Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Not Church, where we encourage people to think. Today I'm going to talk about you are not a carbon copy. What you are is a unique individual who God has designed and created for this time to exist as the great special person that you are. There's a lot of good qualities about you. People don't know the half about who you really are because sometimes you're afraid to let the cat out the bag, to let people know who you are, because we've been taught to sort of keep those things boxed in, not involve ourselves in getting to know people and personally knowing people on a different level. But there's a lot of things about you, a lot of things about us in which we don't share, that sometimes people need to know, because who you are can bring deliverance to somebody else. For many years, the church has created carbon copied people. And when I think back on the time, and most of this time was in my religious life, I would say from the ages of 10 for as long as I can remember up to, well into my early 30s. For sure, I know that the church in many ways were mimicking patterns, ways, dispositions, even personalities of other people. And there's never anything wrong with following someone's example or their lead. But there is something wrong with getting lost in who they are, yet not discovering who you are. There's something wrong with that. And I just remember everybody was praying the same kind of tongues and dancing the same kind of dance and running around the church in the same direction and falling out in the flow in the same kind of way and preaching the same kind of hoop. And there's, a serious problem with that in the church, because what does that say? That other people copy people's identity to the point that there is no more individuality. But what it says is that we've been lost as a people. We've been lost in trying to discover ourselves. And so what is popular has been the norm. In many ways, African Americans in corporate America have mimicked their white counterparts to the point that we like to talk the way our white counterparts talk and dress the way they dress and look the way. We lose a sense of our own individuality and our own identity in that process. God is calling God's people out from among those kinds of things that does not progress our people forward. Not only does it not progress the people forward, the individual doesn't progress. And when the individual doesn't gain progress, the corporate body doesn't gain progress. I think that African Americans, once we discover our own true identity and the realities of our own history, we can then begin to enrich ourselves and even enrich our children's children, which are coming behind us. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about a know-how. And I just want to say this, I was thinking about this the other day. And I just want to leave this with you today. I don't want to offend anybody. I love my white brothers and my white sisters. I love them dearly. But I'm commissioned to be honest and to tell the truth. And I'm hard pressed to say that to my African American people, white people will never put religion / their spirituality or the like before they put their political agendas. They would never do it. Their agenda politically always comes first for them. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because sometimes we get so religious and so spiritual that we end up falling behind as a people. We must change it as a people moving forward. Thank you again for tuning in to this session of Not Church. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. And just know this. Know this. Know yourself. It is okay to think. Until we meet again.
Everybody won't be on top, yeah. Whether the roof or the mountaintop, right.